welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. I'm in my living room right now on my lunch break, and I'm working on some stuff. So right now I am currently working on my full inventory video, and I've realized that I don't have anywhere near what I want to be at for 10 grand by October for all those fall festivals that I got going on. And well, okay, I'm better than I put a limit, and I was like, okay, well, if I meet this, blah, blah, I'll be okay. Well, after going over everything, I'm like, no, I kind of need a lot of, some smaller to medium type of things. And so honestly, I better get started on it. So I am making some stuff right now. Let me show you what I'm currently making. And today is the 21st. It's Thursday the 21st. Next Saturday on the 30th, I have a little pop-up event. So when I finish all of these, what I plan on doing is doing a little mock setup as well to kind of show you and myself, honestly, of how I want that table to be set up, set out, everything like that, and figure out what I'm actually going to be bringing with me. Right now, I do have most of it separated, and I think that I'm set in stone on what I'm going to bring, but, you know, of course, a mock setup will let me know for sure if I have too little or too much, and it's going to be from 12 to 5, I believe, so 5 hours. Definitely going to need to be sure that I bring a lot of little bitty smaller things. Because it's going to be at a dance studio, and it's mostly going to be just kids, right? And of course their parents. But the smaller the items-ish, the more likely it is to sell for them. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm not going to record any of that while I'm there. Because like I said, it's going to be mostly kids, and we ain't doing that. But I will do my best to do a little before shot. Of course, I'm going to do a mock setup, so it should, you know, essentially be the exact same thing. But if it's not, I'll take a before shot, and then maybe an after shot. We'll see what goes on. Who knows? I mean, if you've done craft events, you know that they take a lot out of you. So I may be kind of tired and been like, get me out of here. But we'll see. Anyway, let me show you what I'm working on right now. So I've been working on, for the past day and a half, maybe 2 days, working on bodies and shells of dumpster fires, rubber ducks. Well, I've only made one rubber duck. Oh my God, you couldn't see my face half of that time. Sorry about that. I've only made one rubber duck so far, dumpster fires, and then I'm going to be making little potted plants. Plants. And I've only started making the pot so far. I haven't made any of the flowers just yet. I'm struggling today. Do I need more caffeine or less caffeine? I don't know. Okay, so here's the one duck body that I've got, the hot pink. It's all of this is Posh, by the way. Oh, wait, Posh or Naughty Ball. So one duck for the pots. Let's see, I've got one blue one. I thought I had another blue one. I guess not. No, not another blue one. Okay, whatever. Then I have a multicolored little one. How cute. Love that one. Definitely going to be doing more of these and just a bunch of different colors. These are the only 4 colors that I'm working with right now. This hot pink. Actually, all of this is from Big Twist Posh except for the green. This lime green color, that's Naughty Ball. So we got hot pink, lime green, this blue, and then this purple are the only colors right now that I'm using. So yeah, that is 2 pots so far. I really thought I had at least one more, but clearly not. Okay, so for the pink dumpster fires, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those guys. And I haven't put any of the gray insides on them. I'll show you one that does have a gray inside in case you don't know what I'm talking about. The gray like lid portion, and none of the little bobble feet on the bottom just yet. So definitely have to do that, but I just kind of wanted to make all of the shells first and just get that going at the very least to kind of see, like to kind of feel like I'm doing something. And then I got 2 purples. So here's the gray on the inside already, but I just need to put the little bobble feet on them. So 2 of those, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the lime green bodies. Dropping them over here. And then 1, 2, 3. It's kind of nice having this little cubby on the couch. Definitely yarn storage or whip storage. 3 of this. My brain completely stopped. Blue color. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word blue. And then just 1 of the rainbow so far. I'm going to be making more of it, or multicolor, whatever. So that is what I got going on right now. Let me put all these back in here for safekeeping, away from old Willis, wherever he's at. It's nap time, so I'm sure he's either under the bed or in the sink somewhere. So yeah, that is what I'm working on right now. So I think my next plan of action, I'm just gonna keep working on these for a few days, and then either this weekend I'll do a mock setup, which I probably should, because my new baby cousin, if she doesn't arrive prior to the 27th, my cousin is going to be induced to have my new baby cousin. So that's exciting. So we'll have to go and see her tomorrow, actually, which is next Tuesday, I believe. And then, so today's Thursday. Friday, I have to go pick up my grandma from the hospital. She's fine. Just had some stuff done, so I gotta go pick her up, and then I'm going out to Denton tomorrow. So really Friday's taken care of. Or like, you know, busy, if you will. But tonight, actually, me and my stepmom, who I painted one of these with like 2 years ago at this point, we're gonna go make some Suncatchers tonight. I was like, that seems like a cool event, so we are gonna go do that tonight. So hopefully I can take a couple pictures or maybe a little video for you. I picked a sunflower and she picked a hummingbird, I believe she picked a hummingbird. I can't remember, but yeah, I'll try to take a picture or a video of that. So that's fun. I've never made a Suncatcher before. And yeah, Friday pick up my grandma, and then going out to Denton to shop around a little bit, and to dinner or lunch, whatever time it works out. So I'm sure I'll have possibly a yarn haul for you. What I am wanting, I do want to go to Michael's, and the reason I want to go to Michael's is because I've been seeing some of the Karen smash cakes that are actually in store, but they're not online yet, or at least they weren't like 2 days ago when I looked. So I kind of want to see that. I think the anniversary cakes are basically the exact same from last year. They're just smaller, possibly, something like that. So I'm not really interested in those. But then I also saw someone was at Michael's recently, and I saw the smoothie bowl color in the Posh Pearl. So if you remember, that is a Big Twist Posh color. That was my absolute favorite purple color that they had. And towards the end, of course, when everything was closing down, couldn't find it anywhere. So if they have Posh Pearl in the smoothie bowl color, you best believe I'm getting it. At least a couple skeins, you know, to hold me over for a little bit, because I want to use that purple, but I've been saving it because I'm like, if I'm not getting it back, then I want to use it for something special. So here's hoping for that. What else? Saturday and Sunday so far, I don't think I have anything going on. So that is probably when I'm going to do the mock setup and probably finish up the inventory video, or hopefully. And then so the next week, Tuesday, my new cousin comes, and then I don't think there's anything else planned until the pop-up event on that Saturday. So a lot going on. I got to get a lot done. I definitely need to get to making a lot more for market prep for October, because I'm really, you know, the more I think about it, I'm like, okay, I have a good chunk done, but really I'm going to be making my money from the smaller things, smaller to medium things. The bigger things, yeah, sure, great. If they sell, and they're pretty cheap as it is, but the money is going to come from smaller to medium items. So I need to get on just cranking those things out. Like I said, all of these were done, I think, within the last day and a half to 2 days, on top of, you know, normal stuff. But anyway, that's the plan. So I will check back in with you later tonight. Yeah, later tonight for the Suncatchers. This is going to be so cool. I mean, I don't know if I'll put like the big sunflower. Ooh, I could do it maybe in that window or one of these pretty windows. But these stay closed a lot because at night this faces like the west. It is so hot in here. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on the back door right here that is blinding me. Or I could put it in the craft room. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'll check back in with y'all here in just a bit. All right. It is the 24th now. It's Sunday. And I just finished doing my mock setup. And I'll show you here in just a second. But oh my gosh, that took me way longer than I was wanting to. And the idea that I had in my head didn't work out. Well, at least a couple parts of it, and that's fine. But I also made a dang mess. So let me show you my living room real quick, and then I'll come back and show you a little bit of yarn that I got from Michael's, and then the sunflower Suncatcher thing that I made. It is basically done. Actually, it's right over there in a box on my tables. But anyway, let me flip you around and show you this real quick. Okay, so here we go. So before I get into showing you all of this, look at the dang mess that I just made. Oh my God. Trying to get all this out and figure out how I wanted to do it, and things not working out right. It just made a mess. This, not even gonna use this time, but yeah. So let's just go ahead and get started. I got these pouches right here. They were initially gonna be like in one of those, but it just didn't look right. So I had these hooks. Cool, got those down here. And then just two little mini pouches. So, and then for the ducks, I'm gonna make a sign that says you've been ducked, you know, for the Jeeps and stuff like that. And just to be silly, for one, I need to move this over one this way. That's driving me nuts. But I'm gonna make a sign on Canva and put that in here, and this is just with some zip ties, so I'll cut that off. And I've just zip tied it right here too, so I'll trim off the ends, but that is how this side is gonna look. Let's go ahead and go to the other side of this grid. So what I plan on doing is this grid is gonna be dead center in this table because at the place, like, you know, we can be this way, like long way, but it makes more sense to come out this way because we're kind of crammed in there. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So this will be, whoop, I hit Willis's toy. So this is gonna be dead center in the middle of this table, but I was actually recording for my last video, the full inventory video, so that's why it's kind of off center, just in case you didn't see that. But then we got all of these little guys up here. They're just hanging on this little hook through one of their loops on the back. Nothing too bad. I just hope nobody pulls them. Nobody's pulled them, I think, for the last 2 times that I've done it that method, so hopefully that's fine. I think I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree and get a little clip right here to write on it a little sign that says Leggy Frogs, put their price on there, but I like them in that basket. Then I got all these guys right here, and I kind of like how I did the snakes. I had this wire basket that I've had for a good while now, and it's kind of got bigger openings, and it doesn't seem to have any, like I was kind of rubbing over it, it doesn't seem to have any sharp edges. So I think really when someone just pulls this out, they're not going to have any problem at all. Well, I mean, I hope that, you know, but it doesn't, none of them felt sharp, so that's always a plus to not ruin them. Then we got this guy kind of front and center, my 2 cute little giraffes right here. This is going to be the minis. So I'm also going to do a sign right here that's going to say like minis, $5 each. And then I want to take a picture of each one to put like the chicks with hats. Let's see what else I got. I got a gummy bear, mini octos, mini whales, chill pills. And I feel like there's one more thing in here, but I can't find it right now. But anyway, so I want like to have a picture of each individual item. That way you can, well, one of each individual item, so at least they know what they're looking for, what they could potentially be looking for. And I got 2 little dragons, 2 little baby Dellas. Here is how some of my keychains, here's how some of my keychains are gonna be. I think I want to make maybe 2 more little bees, 1 black and then 1 brown. Kind of fill it up just a little bit more. We'll go to the other side here in a second of this little shoe rack thing. I think it came from Walmart. But here's one of the little mini turtles on this side. And I was like, oh, I can stuff stuff on this side and not just, you know, the other side. So that's pretty cool. I did want to do the cats in a box, you know, that said like adopt for 10, 12 bucks, whatever I'm doing for them. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but I don't really think I want to do a box for this particular small pop-up event. So I think I'm going to tag each of these on their ears, and I think I might tag the chickens too. That way I don't have to worry about it and people will know what it is if they look at it. So we got 2 blanket turtles, 2 chickens right here, these cats. Now let's go to the other side real quick. Oh my God, ignore the mess. All right, and then here's the other little pink giraffe. So then yeah, all the chickens are on the bottom, cats, the little smaller turtle guys, and then a few randoms up here. So I got 2, well, gonna have to dust that one off. 2 little unicorns, and I got 2 of the Finn the Frogs, a little small kitty, a Boo Bear, and then one of the potted plants. Just up top, some kind of random ones, and then the rest of my keychains and scrunchies. I just like all these bows, and since I'm going to a dance studio, I was like, well, maybe they'll want them. We'll see, I guess. That would be really nice. And then I was also, so there's some leftover scrunchies. I'll just put those in the bag with me. I did have this flower pillow, this crocodile, and then this or alligator, whichever one it is, and then this mama whale with 2 babies in the middle, but there is clearly no room for them, so I may take them just in the bag, and then if I clear out some spots, I'll put those on there. But anyway, that is right now what this setup looks like. Another view from this angle. I think that's pretty solid. What do you think? I will say though, this took me a good amount of time, so I am ready to take it down. What is it? It is 5 o'clock. I'm pretty sure I started at maybe 3:30, but I kept having problems. Sorry for the camera. I kept having problems with how I wanted to display things, and that's why this guy right here was built up, or like I just put it together, but I didn't like it and I couldn't figure out how I wanted it. And I was like, oh wait, I have this shoe rack thing. So I definitely like that method a little bit better, since those are all kind of flat bottom type of items. And I feel like there's just more room for them there. Anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna take all this down, repack it back up, clean up this nightmare, and then I'll come back and show you the quick little bitty haul from Michael's, and then my, oh, hello, Willis. And then my sunflower, what the heck is this called? Suncatcher. Golly, I'm so tired from doing all this, I can't even think anymore. Living room is cleaned up. I have everything now behind me that I just had to figure out how to best organize it in the wagon for when I go to the pop-up. But thankfully all the physical work is done. Now all I need to do is upload everything to Square, because I've redone everything. I went over all of my inventory, as you probably saw in the last video. But I took out what I'm just going to be bringing for this market, or this little pop-up event specifically. So I need to put all of that into Square first, probably tomorrow, maybe later tonight. I don't know. I'm wore out after cleaning my living room from all of that. Yeah, I need to put all of that in there, probably tomorrow, maybe not, whatever. And I think if my numbers are right, I'm around 1,800. I do have, hang on a second. I do have an entire bag of whips that I need to complete, but I don't think I'm going to be bringing any of these. They're the dumpster fires. I don't think I'm going to be bringing any of those to this little event, since it's mostly just going to be kids. I figured this would be funnier for adults. But yeah, this entire bag is basically full of dumpster fires. This one's almost done, but I messed up on it on the bottom. You can't really tell from this. Well, you can. You see this little dip right here? Anyway. But I didn't put any of the signs on any of them, so I do need to hot glue that and finish up, you know, really basically everything of it. And I just ran out of almost 12mm eyes. So I got more of those coming. I hope those get here before the end of the week, so I can keep them moving along with all of the market prep, because I don't have anywhere near what I want for the 3 upcoming back-to-back weekends of craft events. Man, that wore me out. I can't even talk now. That took me like 4 hours to go over all of the inventory from the last video, and then to do the mock setup and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it was like 4 hours. I'm wore out. I'm ready to enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I think it was like 5:15 when I came in here to record again. So I've still got plenty of time to relax, but it just wore me out. Anyway, so from Michael's, I only got one thing, but I got 4 of it, and I'm so excited about it. I knew that they were coming back basically with all of the colors of Posh, you know, which is Posh Pearl now. And this is my favorite color. I think I've said that ever since I started buying Posh and recording it, but this is my absolute favorite color. I'm so happy they only had 4. I bought all 4. Hi, Willis. He's coming in here to inspect, I guess. Do we see him? Hello? What? What do you need? Where are all your containers? Mama moved them to the other room. You can't get up there anymore. Say, we were trying to climb up on those containers, but Mama pulled us down. You want to say hi? What you gotta say? You got something to say while I go? What's up? I can't believe he's just sitting here like this. Oh. He normally doesn't like when I record because I speak louder. Oh, yep, we're losing it. It's crazy how much he absolutely does not like me recording. Probably just because I'm talking louder, but... And you know, whoever made lint rollers are just pure angels, to be honest, because in this space as a crafter and a pet mama, definitely needed. I go through these like no other, and on furniture and stuff like that, just, oh my god. I can't even remember what brand I buy, but I definitely keep them in business just by myself. Anyway, coming back to it. All right. So yeah, my favorite color, Posh, blah, blah, blah. They only had 4, blah, blah. I bought them all. Not sorry about it. Don't care. But what's really funny is online, and I hope it's still there. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. It says Smoothie Bowl on there, on the Michael's app, but the color is bright purple, whatever. I got me 4 of the Smoothie Bowl. This just, oh my god, this just made my day. Willis just came back in here and was demanding to go outside. So anyway, 4. I got all 4. Smoothie Bowl, my favorite, blah, blah, blah. It's now bright purple, even though it's Smoothie Bowl. Yeah, I've been hoarding this purple that I've got left, which I didn't have much of, so this is wonderful news. Now I've got 4 that I don't have to worry about, you know, hoarding it. And that's nice because they're going to be coming back with the rest of the colors. That is wonderful. And there's actually a peach color. Here's a whip of a rubber duck, but this peach color, I'm running low on it too, and I'm pretty sure I saw this color too. I can't remember if I saw it on the Michaels app or if I saw it in store. I didn't get any. That was all that I got. But yeah, very excited about it. My smoothie bowl's back. All right, and so next is the Sunflower Suncatcher. That is a tongue twister. So yeah, we had fun when we went, but sadly, what day was it? It was on a Thursday evening. It was just me and my stepmom there, which they had a bunch of different designs and they were super cute. She didn't do a hummingbird. I thought she did a hummingbird. She did a dragonfly. But so hummingbird, dragonfly, sunflower. Then they had a Highland cow, and I think there's like 2 other, maybe 3 other designs, and they were super cute looking, at least, you know, in the Facebook group event thing or whatever. So our words are just so hard right now. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Anyway, but it was just us there. And I mean, it was a Thursday evening, and with all those cute designs, we really expected at least probably 5 to 10 people there. Nope, just us. But it was okay, and she chit-chatted quite a bit. The event was for 2 hours, and I think we finished just under an hour and a half. Probably because it was just us, you know, they were able to focus just on us, but it was kind of sad that nobody else showed up. It was a little weird too, and they did not have the AC on. I mentioned, sorry, I was hitting the camera, hitting the table, but she turned the AC off for some reason. I was dying. It was not pleasant for a while until I cooled back down, but ugh, I don't know why she turned it off. But outside of that, she was very lovely. She helped us do all this really quick. It was fun, and I think this is super pretty. So you ready for my sunflower? And by the way, yeah, sure, it said 12 inch. It was either a 6-inch or a 12-inch, that design outlet, whatever. Outlet? No, outline thing, whatever. Oh my god, I swear, I'm so tired. I'm about done, I promise. Yeah, I still didn't expect for it to be this big. So here's my sunflower. This is huge. I'm hoping, oh yeah, I can fit it in you see my little half moon window up there? I can definitely fit that up there. And now that it's been 24 hours, I believe she said 24 to 48 hours to just let it sit and completely cure. That way none of the resin and stuff will come out. So let me see, we'll pull it off. Ooh, I'm nervous. That is pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. I kind of like the back side more because the resin came through and made it flat, but then, yeah, also, no, I do like this side better. Wow, very, very nice. I'm excited to put this in the window, and I made sure, so here's how I went about it. If you can see, there's some little orange around the side of the petals. I did that on purpose, so that took the most time because I was sitting there literally picking glass with the tweezers and putting them meticulously, like, around each of the petals, and then I just dump the yellow glass in the middle, but not too much because I wanted to be able, you know, to be see-through. Like you can see my hand through this. Oh yeah, heck yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the middle, it was more of a brown glass. It's kind of hard to see the middle. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. So it's mostly brown, but then I put in specks of orange, yellow, and a little bit of red. And while we were doing it, before the resin like set in and stuff, I was like, this kind of looks like a cookie, the middle part. Anyway, it was kind of funny. But if I thought about it before I did it, before the resin, since I'd already taken the time to go around it with the orange, like a little line around each petal with the orange, I probably would have done that for the middle because, you know, sunflowers too, sometimes they're seeds. They kind of make a little spiral or like circles or whatever in the middle, but I did not think about it until it was too late. But I am very, very satisfied with this. This was pretty pricey, but again, we got to hand make it. We got, you know, to hang out for an evening, and it was fun. Kind of sad that they didn't have any wine or anything, but whatever. I want to see if I can get a somewhat decent picture for you of this in the window, and also for me too. I don't know how I'm going to hang it in the window because, I mean, it does have this on there. It's a little hole right here, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. Let me see if I can at least get a shot for you. Oh yeah, that is super, super pretty. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I love that the sun just comes right on through. So pretty. I'll figure it out eventually of how to get it up there probably whenever I end up doing my room. So now that I've done all of my inventory, and now that I'm about to get this out of the way whenever I do my pop-up event next Saturday, well, technically this coming Saturday, then after that, I can just focus on finishing up whips, upping my inventory, and then my room, hopefully. Because I also have, what do I got going on? A video for Halloween projects, and then I want to do a tutorial on something I made. It isn't Silly Skelly or Funky Frankie, but it is Halloween related. So hopefully, and I've got a clamp coming for my phone that's supposed to be like heavy duty. That way I can do a top-down view. That's exciting. I hope it holds my phone. My phone is a 14 plus, and it's like a dang brick. It's Saturday now, and can you tell how lovely today is gonna be? Thankfully it's inside. I'm at a mall, and if you can see, let's see, right here, there's a wall right here. I just need to go right behind it, where kind of looks like that person's going right now. I just need to go right behind this wall basically, and I'll be going into the back of it. So that'll be good. I don't have far to go in this rain, but I'm like, really? Dang it. We needed the rain though. It's really, really hot. So yeah, it's, what is it? It's 11:56 right now. I'll probably walk in there here in about 10 minutes. I'm just going to put on some mascara and finish my coffee, my PSL, but this is awful. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they put the wrong shot in there, or if it's almost like they put the wrong shot in there, and then also entirely too much cinnamon, because it is just, I can't even hardly drink it. Like, I have them, but it is not pleasant, and that's my own fault too, because typically I get the the pumpkin cream cold brew, but I was like, oh, let me try this, and that's what I get for trying something different. Anyway, I don't know what they put in that, but it's really unfortunate since I got a venti. Anyway, so I am just going to put on some mascara with my fancy little bag that I made, my little mesh bag. I'm so proud of it. That's the one I ended up keeping for myself. Sorry if you can hear that. Someone just pulled up. Let's see, what else can I tell you before I walk in? And through this rain, you can clearly tell that I'm stalling right now. Let's see, for my projects that I'm going to bring with me, so it's from 12 to 5. And honestly, right now with the weather, I don't know when it's going to stop. I haven't really looked at the forecast for down here. I'm in Denton, Texas today at the mall. I haven't looked at the forecast of how long the rain's going to last, which really, I guess it doesn't technically matter since it's inside, but that still may deter people, you know, from coming in. But for the projects that I'm bringing with me, I'm bringing some brown posh. This is going to be for some sunflower turtle shells. So just the shell. This is going to be for the turtle body, and then, hello? Can I get it out? This one also for the turtle body. Still, again, the sunflower shell portion of it. I didn't bring the yellow with me because I do that, excuse me, at the very end, you know, once the turtle is complete. And then if I get bored of making turtles, I brought this chenille basics from Premier, and I want to make some leggy frogs out of this. So yeah, that's what my little projects are for me to bring if I get bored or if it gets slow. Because last time what they did was they would do a little performance and show off their outfits and stuff like that, and then they would take a break, and that was when they came out and got either Shop for Me, Vibe, the nutrition, like the Herbalife nutrition, that was there. There was a Girl Scout cookie thing there last time. And so that's when they would come out and shop for a minute and relax for a minute, and then they would go back. I think their breaks were like 15 minutes each, and then their little shows were 15 to 20 minutes each. So it was off and on that entire time. So again, I'm not sure if that's how that's gonna go this time around, but definitely brought me some projects. And then for my money storage this time, I've never done it like this. Normally I just bring a kind of like a zipper pouch of some sort, but I'm gonna bring this crossbody with me. My stepmom actually got this for me, God, like 10 plus years ago, and I've used it once because at the time it wasn't like my style, my aesthetic, and then I found it again and I was like, yes, I'm glad, so glad I kept this. This is perfect. So I've got spray hand sanitizer in here. All of my change is far down deep in here, which it'll be on me, so I'm not concerned about it at all, about losing it or anybody try to steal anything. And I mean, it's a bunch of kids and stuff and their parents, so really I'm not concerned about it honestly at all anyway, but you know, better safe than sorry. Okay, well, it's 11 now, so I better get a move on, but I was going to show you here. Well, okay, I'm not going to show you everything. I just wrote down all of my inventory, but what I was going to say is I'm bringing, as far as pieces go, I've got 239 pieces with me, And then total inventory that I brought with me is $2,194 worth. So if I could sell like 500 to 800, honestly, that would be wonderful. And a lot of those are actually from the minis. Like, where are my minis? Yeah, with minis, I'm bringing 89 of them, which is a really weird number. I don't know where the 90th went, because I thought I had 90, but anyway, it's at the house somewhere, or I miscounted. But with all of those at $5 each, that's $445 alone. So that's kind of where like the bigger number is coming from. And then the lazy cats, I brought 11 of those. So that's $132. You know what I mean? So yeah, it kind of seems excessive for something that's going to be 5 hours worth in a small little area. But hey, you never know what people like, what they want, what they're willing to buy. So might as well try. I think I should have taken the hint with the rain because that did not go as I was hoping. It happens, but yeah, I did not do very good at all. But in all fairness, like, it wasn't that I wasn't selling anything compared to anybody else there, which there was only 4 of us there, but there was literally nobody at that mall. So it's Labor Day weekend. Today is the 2nd now. Yeah, today's the 2nd, so it's been a few days, but nobody was at the mall. And the rain, basically when I turned off the video and I finally psyched myself up enough to get out and start unloading everything from my car, the rain basically stopped. So that was really good. That was a plus, right? But there was nobody in that mall, which I'm kind of shocked about, because still overall in that town, it's still fairly busy. And with a 3-day weekend, I guess everybody was either out doing stuff or the rain just really, really deterred everybody until maybe later in the evening. But anyway, and it was crazy too, because this time there was a DJ out. So I can't remember if I told you, it's a storefront for the dance studio. And then on the side, they have like an area to do dancing and other stuff. And then towards the back, which is where me and the other couple of vendors were, was a lot of the tumbling and the mats and stuff like that. And then a little bit even further back was where they had the changing rooms and stuff. So in the storefront where people walking throughout the mall can see, they actually had a DJ this time. Back in January, they didn't have that. But even still with that, there was just nobody out there, because I kind of had like a view of where I could see the opening doorway or whatever, where I could see into the mall, and there really wasn't anybody going by. So in all fairness, it wasn't that people weren't buying stuff, but it's literally because nobody was there. That's okay, we made a little bit, and hey, that is less that I have to make for October, right? Coming up, so that's also another plus. There's always a silver lining. You've always got to find it. There's one somewhere, so that is a plus. I don't have to kill myself to like try and remake all of this stuff. But let's go over what I did sell really quick. Got me a fancy little list here. Yeah, you see how long that is? Yeah, it's a little embarrassing. So I sold my lion levy for $40. Then I sold one Finn the Frog for $18. I sold one jellyfish for $18. One of the bigger snakes for $15. Then for my minis, I was charging $5 each for those, and I sold 6 of them, so that came out to $30. I sold 2 of my lazy cats. They were $12 each, so that came out to be $24. With the rubber ducks, I had them on the back side of my grid wall, so you really couldn't see them. Like, kids were finally seeing them a little bit later, but you really couldn't see them, and honestly, it was a little bit too high up for them. I should have put it down lower, so I only sold 1 of those for $6. And then I sold 3 of my keychains for $6 each, so that came out to be $18. So all in all, I sold a grand total of $169, and Square took $2.86 out as a fee. So that came out to be $166.14. There's literally nobody there. Oh, and by the way, so, I mean, that paid for gas down there and back. And my cousin just had her baby, so I brought dinner for them. That way they don't have to cook as brand new parents. And then I also paid, what did I pay? I paid $15 for one of those large Herbalife drinks with a extra shot, but then I also tipped him. So take out 15 from that as well. Anyway, on the way home, so I was almost done with that drink, that Herbalife drink, which was actually the second that I'd had. The first one that I had when he got there was a smaller one because he didn't have the bigger cups. He called somebody to come bring the bigger cups, so I got a second one. And anyway, on the way home with the food, that drink, I was eating some fries from, where'd I go? Texas Roadhouse. And I just happened to look down my cup, which thankfully it was almost completely empty. But like the cup is like sideways facing my passenger floorboard. And you know what was in the floorboard? My entire bag of minis. So I don't know how I lucked out because I looked over everything and I kind of spot cleaned, but thankfully it was mostly like water towards the end of that drink. I only lost 2 pieces, 2 minis. Okay, no. One was a mini, it was a gummy bear, and then I lost one rubber duck, which was $6. So I lost $11, and that's it. I was really, really shocked. I don't know where the rest of it went. It's almost like it just evaporated, and there was a couple pieces that were just like they had a spot on them. Just kind of spot cleaned them. There's nothing on those, so I only lost 2 pieces, which is, that's wonderful, because as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, that entire bag is ruined. And I think, how many minis did I bring? I brought 89 minis. Would have been horrendous if I'd lost so much more of those. So again, another silver lining. We got dinner, we got gas, we got caffeine. Later, after my pumpkin spice latte was awful and I only lost 2 small things in inventory. So I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Also could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse. And plus, I don't have to make as much for October coming up, which I am starting to stress about because right now I am about to start on my next vlog. I have a lot to show you and a lot to tell you. I have just finished my very first tutorial. I need to edit and then film an intro and outro, but the actual tutorial portion is done. And then I need to film a Halloween makes, and I need to finish up the breast cancer fundraiser pieces. So I just thought July and August were so busy, but no, September is go time. So I'm gonna let you go for this vlog. Thank you so much for stopping by. It means the absolute most. I hope you and yours have had a wonderful day. If you have any events coming up, I hope you do so much better than I did, and I'll holler at you on the next one. Bye.